This is Arkanoid, Revenge of Doe on the Commodore 64, and if you watched my previous Arkanoid video and thought I was terrible in that, nothing much changes with this one. Now, just because I'm terrible at playing these games doesn't mean to say that these games are rubbish, by the way. They're most certainly not. It's just, as I explained in my Arkanoid video, when you're trying to play it with controllers that aren't really suitable to these type of games, they come across as being difficult to play. You can get better with practice, and I'm way out of practice, but then again, these aren't reviews. These are just memories, and just don't take the gameplay that you see in these videos as being anything to go off at all, because they're really not. But anyway, as the name implies, this is a sequel to Arkanoid, and Doe wants his, or it's whatever the hell it is, revenge. I actually didn't have this game for very long. I picked this up back when I had a Commodore 64 first time round, quite late on. It was a game that I wanted to play because I did enjoy the original Arkanoid, but it was just one of those that I never really actually got round to getting. For one reason or another, there always seemed to be something else out at the time that I wanted that took precedent. And finally I picked it up, and I actually enjoyed this more than I did the original Arkanoid. It did deliver everything I felt that a sequel should deliver, which, you know, is to take the original game and improve on it, make it, you know, bigger and better. There's more different types of power-ups. I think the graphics are better. I think they're clearer. The only thing, I mean, I still think the music's okay in this. It just didn't have that fantastic title music that Arkanoid had, the Martin Galway title music, which was absolutely fantastic, almost an iconic piece of music for the C64. But that doesn't mean to say that this had bad music. I didn't think it did. I think it was like Jonathan Dunn did the music for this. I can't remember now. It will tell you on the title page anyway if you look back. But anyway, it was good. I enjoyed it. I thought this was a really good game. What they seem to do as well is they kind of improved the power-up system, so you had more of a variety, and they sort of was more randomized than I think it was in Arkanoid. In the original Arkanoid, it always seemed to have a few things going with patterns and stuff, that kind of an issue going on, but with this one it just felt more, I don't know, it felt more like there was a higher degree of randomization to the stuff you were getting. As you can see from this, still found it difficult, and again still had the same issue that playing it with a D-pad, it just feels very imprecise. It takes a lot of practice, and it's just essentially because it's kind of difficult to show in the video, but there's sort of a degree of when you move, it's like the pad's doesn't move smoothly. So with games like this, you need very precise control system to make the game function well, and it just didn't really have that. You just feel like you're skipping frames, if that makes sense, although that's not strictly speaking what's happening. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, I'm absolutely terrible at it, just so out of practice it was untrue. But I imagine playing this with an analog type controller, you know, such as a mouse or paddles or whatever, again, as with the original Arkanoid, you'd be getting a much truer sense of controlling the game. I'm not, though that said, I mean, in my mind I visualise having issues with the mouse, because, you know, that can be difficult to get a degree of precise control on things. But yeah, it's a tough one. Again, playing these things with a joystick and playing all games with a joystick, you got better at that. You naturally was good at it because that's all you used, and the games were obviously constructed with that in mind too. It wasn't, I think, I mean, I had a joypad at one point for the C64, and I didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. Just didn't think it worked very well with games. It felt weird, and I went back to your standard quick shot joysticks. Found them much easier to control the games with. So again, sort of not really having that option, because like I say, even using the analog sticks that I can switch to with the joypad I've got, it still doesn't feel right. There was something very precise, especially with micro switch joysticks, which is the ones I tended to use quite a lot. There was something really precise about that, and games were they were optimized for those type of controllers. But this game in particular was more optimized towards paddles, which again is really hard to simulate. So anyway, that's Arkanoid Revenge of Doe. Played absolutely terribly. Thank you for watching this, and stay tuned to my channel for more to come.